Alright, so you've done a lot of preparing for your shot, from lighting to sound to timing it correctly. Now you're ready to shoot, right? You're just sick and tired of planning. Let's shoot. So what I'm about to tell you next is probably the most important thing you have to remember. If you remember one thing out of this entire video, just remember this, okay? The most important part of a video virtual tour is your steady shot. Meaning that while you're taking the video, you're moving around, right? You want to make sure the picture is steady as possible. In order to make sure that the viewer doesn't feel dizzy or anything, you want to keep a steady shot. And if you don't produce a nice, steady picture, then you're taking the focus out of the home itself, and the virtual tour itself, and into your actual video capturing ability, which is definitely not what you want to do. You want to keep the focus on the home. Alright, so the first thing you want to do is you want to take your shoes off. The reason why you want to take your shoes off is because once you're touching the floor, once your feet are touching the floor, you have a better sense of how the floor moves around you and with you, or how you move around the floor, and you can definitely create a much steadier video shot. Second is you want to lock your arm in one way or another. Elbows in is good because you're providing leverage, or you want to just do one hand, something like that, where you can just keep it steady as possible. And that allows you to just kind of create a steady video. Third is just make it slow. Again, you don't want to go too fast. You just want to go slow. Slow is better. Trust me, if at this speed, you can cover the entire floor in 1 minute. Easily done. But if you need more, a trick is to have one of these tripods, right? This is a miniature version, but you can get a larger tripod. And tripods don't cost very much, as we covered it in the equipment section. But by having a tripod and holding it near the top, just like this, and walk around slowly, this will help you create a steadier video. And the reason is two things. First, we talked about the weight. This creates additional weight. Once you add more weight to your camera, you're less likely to shake and create just sudden movements. The heavier it is, you're going to produce a steadier, more smooth flow. The second part is just physics, right? By holding it up near the top, holding the tripod and camera up at the top, you're creating basically a rod, right? Almost like a rod. Like if you ever held a metal rod before, it's always easier to hold it vertically than versus horizontally. And that's because of just simple gravity. If you put it horizontally, by simply distributing the weight across, gravity is being pulled all throughout, and it's heavier to hold versus a straight line. And if you use a tripod with this, anytime you go offline, you're more likely to bring your adjustment back more vertically, because it's difficult to walk around like this. It's difficult to walk around in a crooked way. But if you hold it steady as vertical as possible, that's a way of getting minimum effort out of your shot. And if you want to go crazy, just let all the legs out. Obviously, longer it is, you're going to provide more leverage. But be careful about lengthening your tripod legs entirely as you're walking around, because I've done this before. And as you're slowly moving, next thing you know, you hit something and you get bumped. So that's the danger there. But if you can do the full length and walk around without a problem, absolutely encourage it. Next part of shooting, once you get the steady shot, is the flow of the video. When we go into a room, we go visit a house, we kind of walk in, and our peripheral vision allows us to really feel the entire room, not just what's in front of us. With the camera, you don't get that you can't get that same feeling, right? So when the person is viewing your home and watching your video, if you just kind of go into a room and then come out and just keep moving, then they might not get the full sense of a room. So what you want to do is, like, say this is the doorway or entranceway to a living room and dining room. As you walk in, you want to kind of just pan around, just like move around, just kind of show what's around the room. And as you walk into the room and then, or exit out of it, just kind of walk in one corner or one side of the wall and just kind of follow along and just rotate around. That'll really help a person, watching the video visualize the room better. So you can't replace the actual feeling of being there because of this whole peripheral peripheral vision that we have. So you want to try to make up for that by pausing and then kind of stopping and moving around. Finally is the speed. Like I talked about it before, in creating a steady shot, you want to be slow. Again, you just want to go slow. If the viewer needs to speed it up, they can just kind of move it fast, to certain points of the video, but they can't slow it down. That's the one thing they can't do. So you want to just make sure you can show the entire house and the room by slowing things down. We've covered just about everything. Now it comes to video length. Our recommendation is to keep the video length 2 to 3 minutes long. Why? Just imagine if you're a buyer trying to go through a different home, trying to see what homes they like, what homes they don't like. And if everyone produced 15, 20-minute videos, imagine just trying to go through 10 of those. A 10-minute video with 10 different properties, that's 100 minutes. So that's a long time. You want to go in there quickly, I mean that in a slow way. But don't waste time just kind of standing in front of one place. Just kind of keep moving. 1 minute per floor, even if in a large house, 1 to 1.5 minutes per floor. It's very reasonable and doable. So you can do that. And plus, this is something we've done at videosbyaddress.com. If you really want to show a lengthy, detailed video, because there is that, you're only looking for that one buyer, right? And that one buyer really wants as much information as possible. We've become, in this information age, we've become this information junkies. So in order to do that, create a second video that's long, and we'll create another virtual tour for you on the same page so that they don't have to go far. Hey, if you want more information, just scroll down and you can watch the longer video. This really gives them the option, and those buyers will really appreciate just kind of being able to sort out what they love and what they don't love moving forward. So that's basically it for today. I hope you enjoyed our 5 keys, going over equipment, lighting, sound, shooting, and video length. Check us out at videosbyaddress.com for more information. And again, we are giving away free virtual tours right now, video virtual tours. So come visit us and find out how.